4:30. I don't know if you hear that rumbling, but that's thunder and lightning. Chance of severe weather today. I'm going to that appointment. I don't care if there's a fucking tornado, man. I'm going. If they cancel it because of bad weather or something, oh well. But I'll be there. They're going to tell me, appointment's canceled. It won't. People are real. They don't let the weather stop them. That's my point in all this, is that my survival, it's probably going to depend on timely arrival at all these appointments. I can't miss them. And I'm going to be dealing with this bad weather all summer. All summer. It'll be thunderstorm after thunderstorm after thunderstorm. The weather here is terrible. I don't care. I want to live. My chances are, it's, prognosis is grim as far as what I can see on my appointments with Dr. Google. I actually read an article that said don't do that. Stop going to Dr. Google. Really? Thank God I'm going to be talking to a real doctor. Because I talked to doctors when I was admitted into the hospital, but none of them were the specialists, the lung oncologist, the pulmonary oncologist. One of them was, I'm telling you, they didn't give me very much hope. One of them just she basically just introduced herself and just stared at me like I was some kind of lab rat. Basically, she was looking at me like she was looking at a dead man. And another one was just saying things that were very upsetting. I was like, well, I don't have much of a chance. She said, oh no, you've got about a 20% chance of being alive in 5 years. Huh? The prognosis is improved. Oh, a 20% chance? Oh, thanks, doc. She looked like she was so happy to be saying that too. I'm not saying all pulmonary oncologists or cancer doctors of all stripes are have gone into that field of medicine because they enjoy watching people suffer and die, but I guarantee you some of them have. I've had contact with a couple of them already. The only two I've talked to are like that. I don't know whether they're just that way or they just become that way from being in this field. See, in the final analysis, that's really all I'm praying for, is the strength to not panic as I'm dying. That's the key. You can't be panicking when you're dying. You got to be able to remain calm. Maybe. I don't know. Okay? It's just, I'm worried about that. The only consolation I'm getting right now is looking back on my life and going, dude, look at all the horrible situations you found yourself in. And it was slowly approaching and you had to deal with it. And everything turned out okay, like jail or prison. Dude, anybody I don't care who they are, anybody that tells you they're going into prison for the first time or the second or third or whatever, and said they weren't one bit scared or apprehensive about it, they're lying. Okay? They're lying. You're terrified. You don't know what the fuck's about to happen. All you know, especially the first time, all you know is the horrible, horrible stories you've heard. Okay? Trust me. I don't care how big of a tough guy you are. Say that. I know. And I went into some of the roughest institutions in America, man. You ever heard of San Quentin? I've been there twice. And was it rough? Yeah, man. It was a terrible place to be. Did I make it out without horrible things happening to me? Yeah. Yeah. Was it because God was protecting me? Probably. Did me being tough and a fighter have something to do with it? Yeah. The latest example of this is the biopsy. I was terrified. You're going to be shoving a needle in my lung? Doesn't sound like fun. It was nothing. And I'm also remembering when I was sick with coronavirus. Not to put too fine a point on things, but I was laying on my mom's living room floor, especially at night. There were some of those nights where I just got set up and got on my knees and just went, I'm dying. I had a horrible fever. It felt like my head was going to explode. I hadn't been eating. I just sat there and this is what it feels like to die. And I was really sick. I was. But the thing I remember is I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. But then again, I kept listening. The thing going through my brain then was that you're not going to die. Hardly anybody, people die of this, but some people did though. A lot of people did. What am I talking about? So I wasn't one bit scared. Not one time during the whole process. Okay. There's a couple of times when I tried to ride my bike. Me and my mom kind of got in an argument because I was laying there dying on her living room floor. She kept telling me to go to the hospital. I was like, no, man, I don't need to go to the hospital. Still wish I hadn't gone. Didn't do me much good. But I got on, I'm leaving. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to town and camp in town. I got on my bike and tried to ride there. And after about 5 miles, I just stopped breathing. The pneumonia just froze my lungs. And I was struggling for breath. I kind of started panicking then. But I just, waited it out and slowly started getting to where I could breathe again. And then I was okay. And that happened a couple of times because I got on my bike again and tried to ride again. It was like, whoa. It's like my lungs almost froze up on me. But there's been other times when I have panicked. I was on drugs and I was seeing those damn demons. But I'm sure that was because I innately knew that this is real. You're about to die on this poison you just took, and you're going to hell, buddy. That's all I'm afraid of. Not dying. I'm afraid of going to hell. And the Bible, if hell's real, the Bible's got to be real too, and it tells me that if I believe in Jesus, I'm going to heaven. So I don't think Jesus was a liar. I know there's a God. I hope it's not the case, but I think that's my only hope at this point, is praying for strength and courage and facing my end with bravery and not panicking. But it's hard to do right now because I'm fighting for survival. I've got to keep my options open. Like, no, man, I got a chance of beating this, and I better keep my chin up, and fear is part of that. Well, anyway. Good morning.